Hey everyone, it's Anya. Welcome back to my channel. And today for you, I have my last week of empties for the month of February. And I have partials and a lot of things that I actually have finished off. So I am so excited to talk about all the things. And it is my day off. So pardon the wet hair. I just got out of the shower and put on a little zhuzhing up. And I'm ready to get into the wax melts that I've been enjoying this week. So let's get into it. Okay. I'm going to take a second and take this out in editing. I'm going to sort these by vendor. Okay, so I'm going to start with the one-offs, then work my way to all the vendors, and then I have a stack here of Scentsy that I've gotten through. So let's just get into it. This was from the Round Robin. This is Walter and Rosie in Binks. I melted this and enjoyed this in the bathroom. This has notes of geranium, bergamot, amber, and musk. I don't know why, but I get a cinnamon note in here, and I don't know if it is the geranium or the amber. But this was just like a musky, kind of fresh. I say fresh as in like a fresh greenery. Geraniums have a very distinctive like musky floral scent. So I would say that this was enjoyable. It performed pretty well in the bathroom, and I would melt a cube at a time, so 6 melts. It was pretty fantastic. Last night I melted this clam that I got from the Dollar Tree from Bottle Up Joy in Satinwood. And I would say this is like a musky woodsy but sweet type scent. And when I say musk, it kind of gives me like cashmere woods kind of vibes. It did pretty well overnight, but it wasn't like a solid, it wasn't a banger. So basically this was like a solid medium. And I did the whole clam, 2 cubes in my 2 warmers and my crock as well. So I did enjoy this. It says made with essential oils and upcycled ingredients. What exactly is upcycled? But it's wax, so I'm okay. And it's not like I was burning it. So anyway, don't know if I've repurchased this. I would repurchase, and I did. I actually have this coming in a brittle, a big brittle bar. This is from Dustin's Home Spun Scents in Autumn Equinox. I'm going to cut this tile in 6 and put 2 pieces in each warming apparatus in my bedroom. This is Beach Nights, which has marshmallow, sea salt, s'mores with vanilla voodoo and white birch. This is so pretty. I actually loved the vanilla voodoo and the extra white birch mixed with the Beach Nights. It just became like this perfumey, musky, and more woodsy toned Beach Nights. So pretty and such a strong performer. Went 2.5 days in that space, and I'm so glad I have more coming. Melted in the Kitchen. This is from Fantasy Wax Melts in Ghostface, which is blueberry, cuppy cake, and mallow fluff. This was a pumpkin. I would say I got it like a medium throw in that space. And it only lasted about 12 hours. So I cut this pumpkin in half and melted it 2 different times. I did enjoy it. I'm not a huge blueberry fan, but I'm not like turning my nose about blueberry. I just have to be in a specific mood. This from Britta's was such a banger and so delightful in my kitchen. I don't remember what shape this was, but I had this in 6 pieces. This is the blend Mad Hatter, which is tea and cakes, Danish butter cookies, and sweet and creamy. So tea and cakes has like an orange tea, or maybe it's the cakes that has the orange note. You get a lot of the tea, but you also get like orange and then like this creamy, decadent cake. I love this. I'm not really a big fan of tea and cakes, but I actually enjoyed and loved this blend. And when I was sitting on the couch, I could smell it from the kitchen warmer, which you have to go through the dining room to, and the warmer's on the far back wall in the kitchen. So this was such a strong performer. Highly recommend if you are stepping your way to tea blends. This next blend is from L3. which will segue. Actually, you know what? We'll just do both my L3s. This was a puppy pack, and I don't remember if I got this in the round robin or if this was in Summer's Random Act of Kindness to me. It was one or the other. This is Wrong Turn, which is Palo Santo, sandalwood, toasted marshmallow, and oud. Like a bougie, smoked woody, perfumey scent. And I did this in the living room. And this lasted for 24 hours. And I had to take it out because I was ready for something else. But this probably could have gone several days. This was so pretty. I love sandalwood. I love Palo Santo. I love toasted marshmallow and oud. So I don't know. This blend was amazing. It was just it was a very kind of seductive, warm, woodsy scent. I did enjoy that. Another one that I loved, and this is a scoop that I have finished off. Whoop whoop. This is in toasted coconut, vanilla butterfudge, yellow cake, and zucchini bread. I have realized that all of my scoops, minus cake topper and today's October 3rd, all have zucchini bread in them. But this with that toasted coconut and the vanilla butterfudge did it for me. This is so delicious. It smells like fresh, pulled from the oven coconut cookies. Like it's a butter cookie base, and then you have like the toasted coconut on top. I love this. If you like coconut, but it's not like not body care coconut. This is definitely like a nutty coconut, and you happen to like vanilla butterfudge, I would recommend this. Vanilla butterfudge and zucchini bread play well together. Couldn't really pick out the yellow cake. I just felt like it added a more decadent, buttery, heavy bakery. So very glad to have finished that off. I have two here from Salt Mountain Melts that I actually finished today, and this is still going. And then this I melted last night, and this was I finished the half souffle. So for today, I have in all of my warmers. I did not cut this into 16. I cut this into 8 because I wanted to drown myself in this beautiful scent. This was new to the fall and winter, or the winter pre-order that Amanda does, and this is Strawberry Snowfall. Oh, this is like the prettiest winter strawberry scent that does not have Christmas tree. This is Juicy Strawberry, Sweet Snow, and White Woods. When I cut into this, I could smell the woods, but you not always, but you can definitely pick up the strawberry. I don't know if the Sweet Snow adds like a muskiness. It does have like a little sweet musk to it. I love this. This is like so freaking good. This has been throwing at a solid medium strong here in the living room. I now have put a warmer on my desk. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Scentsy warmers, a candle crock, and 2 tea lights, and a partridge in a pear tree. Can you tell I live out here? So I want to be able to scent my house and you can smell it from the corner of the street. Like that's just how I want to do, okay? So I probably could have scented the space with only 4 pieces of this souffle, but it's my day off and I wanted to enjoy something strawberry, and I haven't done that in quite some time. So Strawberry Snowfall, highly recommend. Very glad I have a tub. This from last night, and I've melted this once, I want to say probably either in December or January. Probably January. It's Crunchberry Pound Cake. Oh, this is so good. This has berries, vanilla, buttercream crunch, sweet sugar, and pound cake. But you definitely get the buttered pound cake, and that buttercream crunch has a little toffee note, which just adds a richness. But this berries, or the berry compote in this, is like a medley of berries. I want to say I pick out like a blueberry, maybe blackberry, kind of like a berry jam. Sweet, creamy, absolute stunner. And I only used half a souffle, cut up in 8 pieces, spread the wealth here in the living room. and I was still going this morning. Loved Crunchberry Pound Cake. This would definitely, both of these would definitely be loaf worthy for me. Okay. Let's do Lavender and Speckles. Melting in my bathroom currently. It's from the Raspberry Jam sampler. This is Raspberry Jam, Dark Berries, and Icy Vanilla Woods. This bag has seen better days, but this is normally 3 bunts. And I had tried it one point this winter, maybe November, December of last year. But I took it out and I know it wasn't done, so it still had some life left to it. So I poured it into an empty muffin tin or a souffle cup and saved it. So I decided to melt it today since I'm having a berry day. Although in my bedroom, it's not berry, it's like a peach, but we'll get into that. This is absolutely beautiful. You definitely get the Iced Vanilla Woods. You get the dark berries and that raspberry jam. It just transforms into like a good winter berry scent. A little more floral with the raspberry, but I like this. I like it. I also like the winter berries blend that she had, which was the blackberry. I don't know what else was in that. I know it had Iced Vanilla Woods and something else. That is also a stunning performer. Been loving digging into more in my raspberry jam sampler, and I gave 2 cents, either 2 cents or 1 cent, to my sister of the sampler. She likes raspberry, but she also likes florals. So it's not like overwhelmingly floral, but this particular raspberry jam does have like that raspberry blossom kind of scent. So I knew she would love it. And then my mix that I have done before, but I've done it with a different Palo and bakery blend that Beth offers. So from Lavender and Speckles and alternating warmers here in my living room. This was gifted to me from Sunny. And this is Speckles birthday cake, which has birthday cake blended with sugar cookies, pecan waffles, cinnamon and vanilla, and lots of Palo Santo. You could definitely get like more of the cinnamon spiced vanilla in this, along with the birthday cake and the pecan waffles. It is a more warm Palo Bakery blend than her Palo Intense vanilla, or Palo Intensive vanilla. I love it on its own, but my favorite new way to try it is mixed with Sweet on Paris. And this is, or Sweet on You, excuse me, but this is her Sweet on Paris blend. Lemon meringue, sweet blackberries, and rich vanilla bakery. So I've used 3 bunts of each in alternating warmers here in the living room, and this has been my favorite melt so far of the month. I love Sweet on Paris, and I like it. I like blackberry. A blackberry moment mixed with Palo and bakery and vanilla moments. This was so good. This was so good. I would say that this was a strong performer. I could smell this going on into day 2 here in the living room. I highly recommend. I hope you picked up Incandescently Happy from the Pride and Prejudice pre-order, because that has Sweet on Paris, Palo Intensive vanilla with extra blackberry, and I have 2 large bags and a clam coming towards me. So loved this. If you like the dark berries with smoky and bakery, smoky Palo, warm Palo and bakery combos, either Incandescently Happy or Sweet on Paris, and one of Beth's Palo blends. Speckles birthday cake though is okay. Then on to Teddy B's. I finished my last half of my souffle here of Winterfell in the living room. Marshmallow Fireside, Palo Santo, White Birch, Icy Snow, and Vanilla. I love this. I loved this so much. I wish I had more. This is like smoky, woodsy, winter goodness. Like, this is just a beautiful medley. And it performed pretty strong for me out in the living room. I did utilize my tea lights in this so I could get as much of this pumping through. Would repurchase that. I love that. This is a partial that I have, and I'm holding on to this last little bit because this is the only one I have. Bakery and Lease. Oh, this is so good. Unexpectedly good. Brown sugar, caramel, powdered sugar, bakery dough, sugared musk, and bottom notes of sweet woods. I melted this here in the living room. And I used more than half of the souffle. Oh, I love this. This is like gourmand meets like a sweet cashmere type of woods. Like that kind of sweet woods. You get the caramel. For me, I get a lot of that brown sugar and the bakery dough. This was stunning. I loved this here in the living room. I'm probably going to finish this off in my bedroom. It's just so good. I just want to wrap myself up in it. Highly recommend. Love this. I want more. But I don't know if I'd like if she offers it this year, then I might snag it. And I really can't say I've been watching my spending towards wax purchases, but I've also been melting a heck of a lot of things. So, I mean, it makes me happy. You know, I'm not going to put a stop on myself. Might for a little bit. I'm going to go in waves this month or this year, so we'll see. Next from Teddy Bees is Mrs. Teddy Bear, which is a blend of teddy bear biscuits, cherry pie filling, and whipped cream. This has matured. It has cured a little bit more, but I didn't get a lot from this other than the beignets or the biscuits. Like I can smell the whipped cream. I can smell the nutmeg, the fried dough. And that's all I get. I don't get a lot of cherry pie filling. So when I melted my good portion in here, I probably used like a half of the souffle and minus this chunk here. With the chunk that I had put in the candle crock, I mixed in what would be the equivalent of a cube of maraschino sugar cookie to give me the cherry that I wanted. I will finish this off, enjoy this, probably mix it with maybe Frankish Princess because I have that in my March melting basket. Don't know if I would get it again. It was enjoyable. I wanted to see what the buzz was all about, but I have hot enough warmers in here. I mean, I literally have the hottest kind of the tea lights. And then I have the crock. And then all my 25 watt bulb warmers plus 2 elements. I should have been able to get more from this. Or maybe this is just one of those soft background scents. I don't know. I enjoyed it. Don't know if I need to keep it in my collection, but I will enjoy the rest of it. Oh, this was so good. So I cut into a tub, and this is milk cookies and beach treats, lavender marshmallow. My sister had come over, so I wanted something sweet but kind of fresh, not too heavy. I love the lavender marshmallow in this. What I love about the milk cookies and beach treats, you get like the cookie dough. You can smell the creaminess from the milk. You can definitely get the beach treats. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I did end up using a quarter of my tub here in the living room. I might try a little bit more and see if that gives me the strength or the stronger throw that I want. But I do like this because it's not super heavy on anything. So yeah, I would look forward to getting some more treats, more blends with the milk cookies and beach treats. War 5 Kings, loved that. I would love to get that in a loaf. This one in a loaf. A lot of things in loaves just because I would have them on constant repeat. Thought this would repurchase. I have a few here from myself that I have poured. Some that I actually have. Well, let's talk about the one that I did for myself. This is buttered toast, strawberry jam, yellow cake, and marshmallow cream. So my last melt, I mixed this with woolly slippers from Scentsy to get like a lavender strawberry cake combination. I love how buttery this is. The buttered toast oil that I have, it's so good, but I think the ratios on this are off, but I still enjoyed it. You get a hint. You get the strawberry jams in the background, which was surprising to me. You definitely get more of that yellow cake and the buttered toast with this. But mixed with woolly slippers, it just became like an amped up lavender, strawberry, bready bakery combo. Loved this, and I have enjoyed melting this. I have like one more souffle and maybe another brittle. They're really thick, the brittle molds that I made. Anyway, so 2 of my winter blends that I melted, I finished up this shape. It was like a snowman here of Tell Me Sugar. And this is warm vanilla sugar, pink sugar, vanilla del Madagascar type, smoked vanilla, marshmallow fireside, and cake batter ice cream. This is like a medium to strong scent. This is definitely more for like a bedroom, I would say. I love warm sugar and pink, or warm vanilla sugar and pink sugar together. But the smoked vanilla and the marshmallow fireside were in the back seat. They were there. You kind of go like that charred marshmallow vibe. But the warm vanilla sugar and the pink sugar were in the forefront, and the Madagascar vanilla just added a little more bougie vanilla notes to that. So I really am pleased with how that turned out. Another one that I loved how it turned out is a Night In. And I finished off, what was this? See the shape? It was a souffle. I did a whole souffle of this. This is citrus, jasmine, soft cashmere, and creamy sandalwood. It is basically cashmere woods from Glade mixed with vanilla musk, sweet lavender, palo santo, and marshmallow fireside. If you're looking for like something cozy, a little bit woodsy, creamy, a little like you had a fireplace in your dolled up having wine, or just relaxing having wine. This just reminds me of like something that you don't want to melt unless you're home all night. So I think I have a few shapes left of this, but I'm really pleased with how this turned out. And it threw here in the living room. I did every warmer, including my crock. The crock I put a little bit more in, just so that could be like blow all over the space in here. And that I only left it in for about 12 hours or so, only because it's like a nighttime blend, and in the morning I'll try to like melt something that's a little not heavier base notes. Oh, so not heavier base notes. Moving on to my next 2. I melted my only clan that I had left of Pink Coast, which I am offering in my next restock, which I think I'm moving to the end of March, just because a lot of small businesses and vendors are having their openings in the middle of the month. I'm still playing with it. I know I want to do it in March, but I'm also just waiting on supplies. So we won't get into that. Pink Coast is a hint of lemon, marine air, sea greens, mixed with pink salt, pomelos, red grapefruit, sweet mint, and fluffy marshmallow. The new version, I wasn't able to get the pink salt and pomelos, but that just plays on the grapefruit and mint oil. And this is like my nod to, not nod, but I was inspired by the Sand Sweat bar from Scentsy. I love grapefruit, and I love aquatic notes that aren't floral, and this is not floral at all. This is super strong, refreshing. I melted this whole clam in my living room, and this went on for 36 hours here. So good. I wanted to reset the space, and I wanted something refreshing, so I went with Pink Coast, and I was excited that I had poured a whole crap ton, souffles and clams. So next up, this is another blend that I'm offering, that I wanted to melt it out here in the open space to see if it was open space worthy for my apartment. I don't have high vaulted ceilings, so keep that in mind. But this is called Deep Breath. And this is jasmine and white tea, sprigs of garden mint, twists of lemon and orange, verbena, and cashmere sugar. This reminds me, or gives me the vibes of, you are about to go into a full body massage, right? But they have, this parlor has or this spa has a beautiful tea room, and you are sitting in front of your cup of specially curated teas. And it's got mint in it. It's got a twist of the citrus. A little light with that white tea and jasmine tea. I am so pleased with how this turned out because this was a banger here in my living room. And I can't wait for you guys to try it. It was just, it's my like, well, I wanted to melt this because it's kind of getting warm here. Warmer. We're no longer in winter blizzard territory. We're kind of crossing into spring. So I'm just kind of like getting into some more varieties of tea, and this just turned out great, and I'm really happy with how that came out. Another one that I have that I poured and I was testing in my bedroom, and I need to get more of all of these oils because this was so good. So this is I still have my fragrance strips in here. I poured a souffle, Palo Santo, Sugar Plum Dream, and November Rain. So this is like a musky plum, but when it hits that heat, you get more of that resinous incense, Palo Santo, those deep amber notes. And this November Rain has musk, has a little bit of currant, which plays well with the sweetness of the Sugar Plum Dreams. Oh my gosh. Melted half of the souffle in my bedroom. This was a small souffle. This was like the size of the Brita's souffles. So I did one big chunk in each of the warmers in there. And this was so good. It lasted in my bedroom for about 2 days. So I'm really happy with how this turned out. And this sounds super cozy and perfect and something I need offered in the fall. Love that. Okay, and that is it for vendor. Coming up next is Scentsy, and then also, yeah, that's it. Excuse me. So here's that bar of woolly slippers that I melted with that buttered toast, strawberry jam, yellow cake, and marshmallow. I love this. This is one of my favorite bars from the Bring Back My Bar. You have marshmallow, vanilla, and you have sugared lavender. The lavender is in the back seat in this. But when it hits the warmers, you still get the lavender, but you get a lot of the marshmallow and vanilla. And this bar, I had mentioned it before, but this is one of the only scents I had purchased 6 bars in any one particular scent in my entire time of purchasing Scentsy. So this has 2 spots held from this scent in my club. Love that. Another banger that I let go for 2 whole days here in the living room. This is the oldest piece of wax I had in my collection. This came from a 2019 Brick That exclusive in Scentsy Club, and I picked up 2 of these, one in different scents of the Indigo collection. I've had and finished the Indigo Berries, and this was like the last bit that I had wanted to share with my sister. I think I had half of a brick, maybe less. And the wax was the oils were separating from the wax. So I had melted it down and poured it into like these 3.5 ounce clams and split it with her. This, after being 6 years old, Holy Toledo Batman was so strong, knocks me on my butt. So the notes in Indigo Cotton are, and this is when Scentsy put all of the notes, not just 3 random notes. This is everything. Top notes are morning mist, lemon zest, pink grapefruit. Middle notes are blue lotus, amaguat, I don't know what that is, honeydew melon. Base notes were white musk, soft amber, and silken timber. So this Indigo collection originally launched in May of 2016, but they, at some point, I had joined Scentsy in 2019, and that's when I think Club started. I purchased the brick of Indigo Cotton and the brick of Indigo Berries, and it took me a long time to get through the Indigo Berries brick. And I had kept Indigo Cotton because it reminds me, something about it reminds me of my mom. You can definitely tell like there's citrus in this, but it was giving me Lily of the Valley vibes. This is so strong, and I have to say it's probably the grapefruit too. It's just really clean, but kind of powdery, really musky. I did the whole clam in my living room, and I kind of just staggered melting. So at first I had only put in 4 pieces in, across the room to kind of spread it out. And then later on that morning before I left to work, I'm like, you know what, let's just go ahead and finish it off. Put 2 cubes in my last 2 Scentsy warmers that had nothing in them. And this went for 2 days, 48 hours here in the living room. Can't say that now for all the Scentsy scents because they have changed how they do things. But this was strong. If you're looking for a great kind of laundry clean kind scent, you can find this on eBay. They do have this scent on the whole collection, I believe, on eBay. You may be lucky to find someone who has a brick of it. But like I said, this scent, this was getting juicy again, even after melting it down and putting it back in here. Done. I'm just so glad it's out of my collection. Okay, one day I was doing a berry theme surprise. Melting around the house. So I did in my bathroom, I melted a tester of cranberry and cardamom and jeweled pomegranate. I love the jeweled pomegranate because it has like the pomegranate, but it has the freshness of orange zest. But the cranberry and cardamom took over the jeweled pomegranate. And this is not my favorite cranberry. It is still very tart, bright. It kind of makes your mouth water. I just don't know if I'm a fan of it mixed with the cardamom. So I finished off those 2 testers in the bathroom. So while those were going in there, I melted from the Bring Back My Bar in Berry Tarts. This is currently still sitting in my club. I like this. This is like a rich berry topped tart where you have a little bit caramelized sugar and you can smell that golden crust. And I get a little zing of some sort of citrus, whether it's like a little bit of lemon zest or orange zest. It's in the background, but I could feel it in my mouth. I know this is weird, but your whole sense of smell and taste are connected, right? So like when I smell certain things, sometimes my mouth water. The berries in this made my mouth water. It still does in this tart. I mean in this clam. I love this. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I had put it in one morning a few hours before I was going to leave for work, and I came home. It didn't last for like 9 hours, but I'm sure it was strong while it was going. Even at the 4-hour mark. 2 hours in though, this was such a beast. It lasted longer than apple cherry strudel. So I think for now, I will keep it in my club. I only have it set at 1. Apple cherry strudel I have set at 2 just because it's one of the only scents that Scentsy makes that just because the scent profile is that good, even though it doesn't last very long, I still find it worthy because it's so delicious. And the last bar here I have has a scent memory for me. This is, I'm actually melting the last 4 cubes in my bedroom today. And this is from the scent of the month for, I want to say April of 21. In Plumeria Peach. I like peach scents, but this was like, it had a fun twist on it with the Plumeria. This is so freaking pretty. This is my last one. And the scent memory I have associated with this was actually moving here after a long struggle in my personal life. Basically having to start over and having to live with my parents for a few years, and that included during the pandemic. So this was the first place we moved in, and I remember getting the keys to the apartment, and I brought a warmer in this bar, and I think it was probably like 3 or 4 days. I had set it in the kitchen, the bar, or the warmer with a few cubes, and it was the first thing that greeted us when we were moving our stuff in. So I really enjoy this though. It's just a beautiful fruity floral. One of the only fruity florals I enjoy, but if I am going to enjoy a floral, it has to have some fruit with it. It's just refreshing, and I love that. I have also changed out a 25-watt bulb in my hoot warmer. It's been a while since that one had been changed, so use that up. And then in my car, I used my last Scent Circle and Spiced Ember Glow. This is like a warm, toasty, charred, smoky, spiced apple. Like if you were to have like a cinnamon apple on fire covered with marshmallow, and then it's also like laying on the embers, like the parts of the fire that, you know, are helping you char your marshmallows. The scent, I think it came out when we were here already, so probably 21, maybe 22 of that winter, fall and winter. I don't think this got enough hype. But I got these two. It was like a 3-pack in a clearance sale, and now I'm on the quest of acquiring a few bars for my fall collection. So love Spiced Amber Glow, and that is it for Scentsy. And then we have 2 packs here of the cotton balls, 100 count from Dollar Tree, half from my bedroom, and then 1.5 for out here. And then I just restocked, but they ran out of cotton balls, so I bought some cotton rounds. Not my favorite. I have to use like 3 or 4 per warmer, so that's like a waste. But that is everything that I have melted this week. I feel like I've melted a lot for 7 days. That's kind of cool. I'm loving that. Have a fun melting basket already picked and ready to go for the month of March. I'm proud of myself. There's nothing like smoky really in there. I'm touching on some berry bakery, some cotton candy, a little bit of florals, honeybees in there. I'm gonna love melting that. I just hope you guys are enjoying and have some fun things picked out for you coming March, which I can't believe that's already coming. Anyway, I digress. I hope you guys are doing well. I will talk to you soon, and take care of yourselves, behave, and be blessed. Bye.